Have you ever felt a silence so deep, it felt like someone was listening? Not just silence, but a presence. Something you couldn't explain, but you couldn't ignore either. Was it just your imagination, or was it the Holy Spirit? And if it was, how would you know? Let's stop pretending we've got it all figured out. Because the truth is, most of us walk through life with this quiet ache, a longing for something more. We try to fill it with work, relationships, even religion, but it lingers, that emptiness. And then there's this whisper, not out loud, but within. A thought that isn't yours, but feels truer than anything you've ever known. A pull toward peace in the middle of chaos. A sudden understanding when you're lost, a comfort that shouldn't make sense, but somehow does. That's Him, the Holy Spirit. But who is He really? Not a force, not a feeling, not an it. He's a person. He's God, just as much as the Father and the Son. Think of it like this. The Father is the author. The Son is the story. The Holy Spirit is the breath that brings the story to life. You can't see the wind, but you know it's there because the leaves move. You can't see the Spirit, but when He moves in you, something changes. The Holy Spirit doesn't barge in. He's gentle. He waits to be welcomed. He doesn't manipulate. He guides. And His voice? It often sounds like your own thoughts, but with more wisdom than you could ever come up with. He won't scream over the noise in your life. But if you pause, if you become still, you might hear Him whisper something like, "This is the way, walk in it." Isaiah 30:21. The Spirit leads, but where? He leads you to healing, not always of your body, though sometimes He does that too, but of your heart, your mind, the parts of you that no one sees but God. He brings light into dark rooms you've been afraid to open. He leads you to truth. In a world where everyone's screaming their version of it, He brings you the real thing, and He inspires. Not just preachers or prophets, but He inspires you. In that conversation with a friend, where you suddenly know the exact words to say, in that moment when you feel drained but choose love anyway. In the tears you can't explain during worship, that's not just emotion, that's encounter. So how do you know if He's in you? It's not always fireworks. It's not about shaking or falling or speaking in tongues, though He can do all that. Sometimes it's this quiet shift. You begin to love what you used to hate. You forgive when you should want revenge. You crave truth more than comfort. And when you fall, you don't run from God. You run to Him. That's the Spirit. But here's the turning point. You don't earn Him. You don't chase Him like a prize. He's a gift. And He's already been offered. Jesus said, "If you then, being evil, know how to give good gifts to your children, how much more will your Father in heaven give the Holy Spirit to those who ask Him?" Luke 11:13. Did you catch that? To those who ask, not to the perfect, not to the worthy, to the ones who ask. What if that was your next step? Not a ritual, not a checklist, just a quiet, honest prayer. Holy Spirit, I welcome You. Lead me, heal me, live in me. You don't have to feel lightning. You don't need to hear a voice. You just slowly, and then you wait, and you watch. Because He will come, and when He does, it may look like peace in your anxiety, joy in your pain, hope in your wilderness. Sometimes, it feels like remembering something you'd forgotten. Other times, it's like hearing your name in a way no one else ever said it. He becomes the friend you didn't know you needed, the counselor who tells you the truth, gently, the fire that doesn't burn you, but burns away what was killing you. And here's the beauty. You won't always feel Him. Faith is not about feelings, it's about trust. And He's always closer than you think. He's not a visitor. He's home. So if today you're wondering, is the Holy Spirit in me? Maybe the real question is, are you willing to let Him be? Because He's already at the door. He knocks, He waits. He longs to fill every empty place in you. Will you open the door? Because the moment you do, everything begins to change. Not all at once, but deeply, eternally. And one day you'll look back and realize, it wasn't just your voice that comforted that friend. It wasn't just your strength that kept going. It wasn't just your wisdom in that decision. It was Him, the Spirit, living in you, guiding, loving, transforming. Even now, He's near. You are not alone. You never were. If this message stirred something in you, maybe that was the Holy Spirit. So let's not rush away from this moment. Take a breath, be still, listen. He's already speaking. And if this touched your heart, leave a comment below. Holy Spirit, you are welcome here. Don't forget to like this video, subscribe to the channel, and share this with someone who needs to know. They're not alone either.